Welcome, dear viewer, to yet another episode of Echoes of Existence. In our ceaseless quest for understanding the hidden depths of our reality, we take a detour today into the murky alleyways of morality. This is episode 5, wherein we delve into the tumultuous psyche of a figure as formidable as he is enigmatic, Rorschach. Our journey today, dear seekers, takes us to the extreme ends of the moral spectrum, to a realm where the very notions of right and wrong are not subject to circumstances, perspectives, or the seemingly endless shades of grey that characterise our ordinary human world. We will plunge into a universe that Rorschach inhabits, a universe that boasts a resolute binary, stark black and white. We invite you to peel back the layers of this uncompromisingly binary figure, explore his universe, and question whether his worldview resonates with your own understanding of morality. As always, we encourage you to engage with us, share your thoughts, challenge us, and contribute to the collective wisdom of our Echo Seeker community. So, if you're ready for this journey, we ask you to put on your metaphorical masks, prepare to weather the storm of philosophical inquiry, and step with us into the stark monochrome world of Rorschach. If you find these echoes resonating within you, then consider leaving us a like, subscribing for more thought-provoking content, and sharing our videos with those who also seek echoes of existence. Let the exploration begin. Let's attempt to decipher the unwavering moral absolutism of Rorschach, that solitary figure standing amid life's many wrongs, a beacon in the blinding fog of moral uncertainty. Dive into the comments section with your insights, disagreements, and perspectives. Together, let us try to answer the question that Rorschach throws at us. Where, oh where, does the line between right and wrong stand? Let's get started. Moral absolutism, a concept as timeless as the cosmos itself, dances on the canvas of ethics like an unwavering flame in the blackest of nights. It is an eternal declaration that morality, akin to the fundamental forces of nature, is constant, unyielding, and universal. It neither sways to the rhythm of cultural variances nor dims under the shadow of personal perspectives. Instead, it stands resolute, casting a stark light on the path of right and wrong. For the moral absolutist, good and evil are not shifting sands moulded by societal whim or individual belief, but are akin to solid stones sculpted by an unwavering hand. The line between right and wrong, rather than being a blurred gradient of greys, is a sharply defined chasm, separating virtue from vice with stark clarity. In this dance of black and white, there are no shades of grey, no middle ground where morality bends or warps. It is the symphony of certainty in a world mired in moral ambiguity, a beacon of unchanging truth in a sea of relative understanding. In the gloomy shadows of life's many wrongs, there stands a man, a solitary figure, as unyielding as the cold iron of the Siberian rails, Rorschach. His vision of the world is not smeared with the shades of grey that cloud the judgment of ordinary men. Nay, it is an unforgiving canvas of stark black and white, each colour screaming its presence, refusing to blend into the other, refusing to dilute its essence. This man, with his quaint mask of shifting, chaotic patterns, captures the incessant tumult within, yet remains uncompromisingly binary. A testament to a universe divided cleanly between good and evil, with no room for compromise or negotiation. A curious manifestation of moral absolutism in a world drowning in moral relativism. There is a singular credo, a code that anchors him, not unlike a weathered icon within an unholy cathedral. It screams of justice, of right and wrong being absolutes, not transitory concepts to be moulded by circumstance or convenience. He stands as a man defiant, glaring at the face of expedience, at the storm of situational ethics, a beacon in the blinding fog of moral uncertainty. In the final act of this twisted ballet, Rorschach's absolutism paints the ultimate picture of sacrifice. He elects to reveal Ozymandias's deceptive scheme, even as it threatens to unleash pandemonium on the world. He would rather die than see his principles diluted, a sentiment that ultimately leads to his tragic demise. Rorschach, this lonely figure standing amid the storm, with his staunch belief in the monochrome morality, provides a stark contrast to the world around him, a world that wraps itself in shades of grey, lost in moral relativity. His very existence is a testament to tension and philosophical inquiry, a question thrown into the face of humanity, asking, where, oh where does the line between right and wrong stand? His life and death serve as a chilling exploration of justice, compromise, and the heavy cost of unwavering conviction. Now, dear seekers, as we step away from this initial sketch of our monochromatic vigilante, we must delve deeper into the labyrinth of his conviction. So brace yourselves as we embark on a closer examination of the riveting saga of Rorschach. We will unravel not one, not two, but 10 core arguments that underpin the absolutist morality of this defiant character. Each one a stepping stone in our journey to understand the depths of his unwavering belief system, his uncompromising stance against moral relativism, and his commitment to a starkly black and white world. Let us begin this explorative journey as we dissect and discuss these tenets of moral absolutism, as epitomised by Rorschach. Argument 1. The burden of truth. In the shadows of our souls, there lies a relentless beast, an unfaltering desire for an unwavering truth. Rorschach embodies this beast. He pursues moral absolutes with an indomitable will. While the world crumbles around him, he remains steadfast in his convictions, unmoved by the petty whims and shifting sands of relativism. He is the lantern in the dark, a lighthouse guiding us to the shores of an unwavering code. To accept Rorschach's moral absolutism is to take up the burden of truth, even if it means standing alone against the tide. Argument 2. The symphony of justice. Consider a world where morality plays like a symphony, each note carefully crafted and masterfully composed to create a harmonious whole. In this grand composition, Rorschach serves as the conductor, orchestrating justice and order from chaos and discord. His moral absolutism ensures that each player adheres to their designated role, maintaining the delicate balance necessary for the symphony's success. To embrace his code is to lend our voices to this celestial choir, singing a hymn that transcends time and space. Argument 3. The paradox of choice. In a world overflowing with options, decision-making becomes akin to navigating a labyrinth fraught with dead ends and traps. Rorschach's moral absolutism offers us respite from this torturous maze, providing clear-cut answers where otherwise there would be endless deliberation. Like a beacon of certainty in an uncertain world, his principles serve as guideposts by which we can align our actions. It is not a constriction, but rather liberation, freeing us from the paralysis of choice and allowing us to march boldly forward on our chosen path. Argument 4. The eternal battle. Life is war, a never-ending struggle between good and evil forces locked in mortal combat. Rorschach's moral absolutism serves as a sword and shield, an unwavering weapon with which to smite our enemies. His code transcends the petty squabbles of mortals, aligning us with cosmic forces that drive the very fabric of existence. To adopt his principles is to enlist in this eternal battle, taking up arms in defence of all that is good and just. Argument 5. The forge of character. As iron is forged in fire, so too are the souls of men tested by adversity. Rorschach's moral absolutism is a crucible within which we can temper our spirits, honing them to razor sharpness through trial and tribulation. By adhering to his code, we embrace the fires that burn away our impurities and emerge from the flames stronger, more resilient beings. His absolutism serves as both challenge and inspiration, pushing us to become the best versions of ourselves. Argument 6. The order of chaos. In a world governed by chaos, Rorschach's moral absolutism offers a semblance of order, an oasis of clarity amidst swirling confusion. His code transcends the mundane fluctuations of society, providing a stable framework upon which we can construct our lives. It is the anchor that keeps us moored in stormy seas, offering sanctuary from the tempests that threaten to engulf us. To adopt his principles is to build our lives upon a solid foundation, impervious to the vagaries of chance. Argument 7. The beauty of imperfection. There exists within every man a wellspring of potential, an untapped reservoir of greatness waiting to be unlocked. Rorschach's moral absolutism is a key that unlocks this potential, illuminating the path towards self-realization. By embracing his code, we confront our own imperfections and transcend them, transforming weakness into strength and mediocrity into excellence. His absolutism is a mirror that reflects our true selves, unvarnished and unblemished, allowing us to see the beauty that lies within. Argument 8. The path of the hero. Rorschach's moral absolutism offers us the opportunity to embark upon a hero's journey, a quest for enlightenment and self-discovery that can only be undertaken by those willing to embrace an unwavering code. It is a call to adventure, beckoning us toward the unknown in pursuit of a higher purpose. To follow in his footsteps is to walk a path fraught with peril, but one that ultimately leads to transformation and growth. Argument 9. The currency of trust. In a world beset by deception and duplicity, Rorschach's moral absolutism serves as an unbreakable bond, a promise that can never be broken. By adhering to his code, we demonstrate our unwavering commitment to truth and justice, earning the trust of those around us. His principles form the bedrock of our relationships, allowing us to forge connections based on mutual respect and understanding. To accept his absolutes is to embrace a life of honesty and integrity. Argument 10. The legacy of legends. In embracing Rorschach's moral absolutism, we align ourselves with a lineage of heroes who have stood firm against the encroaching darkness. It is a tradition that stretches back through the ages, linking us with figures who have shaped history and left an indelible mark on the world. By adopting his code, we become part of this storied legacy, torchbearers entrusted with carrying the flame of righteousness into the future. To live by his principles is not only an act of courage but also one of reverence, honouring the memory of those who have come before us and inspiring those who will follow in our footsteps. As we gaze upon the towering monument of Rorschach's moral absolutism, it becomes an impetus for deep, introspective questioning. But there is more to be seen, more to be explored, more to be questioned. Let's turn the stone and unveil the other side of this intriguing philosophical coin. Let's delve into the labyrinth of counter-arguments, questioning the inflexibility, the solitude, the unwavering conviction. Perhaps, as we meander through this labyrinth, we might uncover another layer of understanding, challenge our own convictions, and stimulate a deeper, more nuanced dialogue on morality. So let's journey into the heart of these counter-arguments. Counter-argument 1. The shackles of dogma. Rorschach's moral absolutism may offer a semblance of order, but in doing so, it binds us with unyielding chains. To adopt his code is to renounce our freedom, relinquishing our autonomy in favour of blind obedience. We become prisoners of dogma, locked within a cage of rigid constraints that stifle creativity and innovation. True progress demands flexibility and open-mindedness, qualities incompatible with the strictures of moral absolutism. Counter-argument 2. The mirage of certainty. The appeal of Rorschach's moral absolutism lies in its promise of certainty, a comforting illusion that conceals the harsh reality of an ever-changing world. Life is fluid, shaped by forces beyond our comprehension or control. To cling to absolutes is to chase a mirage, forever eluding our grasp as we stumble blindly through the desert. We must learn to embrace uncertainty and adapt to the shifting sands of existence if we are to survive and thrive. Counter-argument 3. The hubris of conviction. Rorschach's moral absolutism presupposes an infallibility that borders on hubris, the belief that one's principles are not only correct but unassailable. This unwavering conviction can breed intolerance and close-mindedness, fostering an environment where dissent is stifled and alternative perspectives dismissed out of hand. Such dogmatism stifles progress, entrenching us in outdated modes of thought that prevent growth and development. Counter-argument 4. The complexity of existence. In attempting to distill life's complexities into a series of black and white absolutes, Rorschach's moral code oversimplifies the human experience. Life is a rich tapestry woven from threads of countless shades and hues, a kaleidoscope that defies reduction to simple binaries. To impose rigid moral absolutes upon this tapestry is to deny the very essence of what it means to be human, robbing us of the ability to navigate life's many shades of grey. Counter-argument 5. The cult of the individual. Rorschach's moral absolutism places undue emphasis on the individual, fostering a cult of self-righteousness and egotism. In elevating one's own principles above all else, we risk alienating those around us and damaging the social fabric that binds us together. True morality is built upon empathy and understanding, qualities that cannot thrive in an environment dominated by rigid absolutes and unyielding dogma. Counter-argument 6. The seduction of power. By adopting Rorschach's moral absolutism, we grant ourselves an intoxicating power, the ability to judge others based on our own unassailable standards. This power can easily corrupt, leading us down a path of self-righteousness and arrogance. We become blinded by our own sense of moral superiority, deaf to the voices of reason and compassion that would guide us toward a more balanced and inclusive worldview. Counter-argument 7. The fragility of foundations. Rorschach's moral absolutism provides a seemingly stable foundation upon which to build our lives. However, this foundation is inherently fragile, resting upon a bedrock of subjective beliefs and personal convictions. When cracks inevitably appear in this foundation, the entire edifice comes crashing down, leaving us adrift in a sea of doubt and confusion. A more flexible approach to morality allows for adaptation and growth in the face of life's many challenges. Counter-argument 8. The relativity of morality. Rorschach's insistence on moral absolutes ignores the fundamental reality that morality is a social construct, shaped by culture, history, and personal experience. To elevate one's own principles above all others is to deny the rich diversity that exists within humanity, dismissing the countless perspectives that have shaped our collective understanding of right and wrong. True wisdom lies in recognizing the relativity of morality and striving to learn from those whose views differ from our own. Counter-argument 9. The tyranny of rigidity. Rorschach's moral absolutism demands an unwavering adherence to a rigid set of principles, stifling the natural evolution of human thought and understanding. By insisting on a static code of ethics, we become slaves to the past, unable to adapt or grow in response to new information or changing circumstances. True progress requires a willingness to question our beliefs and re-evaluate our principles in light of new evidence and experiences. Counter-argument 10. The isolation of absolutism. In adhering to Rorschach's moral absolutism, we risk alienating ourselves from those who do not share our convictions. We erect walls of dogma that separate us from our fellow humans, creating chasms that breed misunderstanding and conflict. To build bridges rather than walls, we must adopt a more nuanced approach to morality, one that fosters dialogue, empathy, and a genuine desire to understand the perspectives of others. As the echoes of this intellectual ballet between the absolutes and the relative slowly wane, we find ourselves lingering in the quiet aftermath of our exploration into the fascinating moral universe of Rorschach. Have we emerged the same, or has this journey churned the depths of our understanding, eliciting a nuanced perspective on the question of morality? Indeed, the path from the monochrome certainties of Rorschach's worldview to the multifaceted prisms of counter-arguments is as winding as the course of existence itself. As we stand at the twilight of our discussion, we must remember that the journey of philosophical inquiry is not one of arrival, but one of constant, tireless exploration. Dear viewers, as we close this chapter, we invite you to step with us into other philosophical arenas where more echoes of existence await to be discovered and deciphered. If you enjoyed this intellectual odyssey, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Engage with us in the comments section. Your insights are the fuel that keeps this philosophical journey alive and vibrant. Until we meet again, in the realm of echoes and existence, continue the introspection, cherish the conversation, and embrace the enlightenment that comes from unending questioning. Farewell, dear seekers of truth, until we cross paths on another philosophical voyage.